Hello, welcome to my channel. In the class 12th magnetic effect of current, today in the continuation of that topic we will study about the torque. How the torque produced by current loop acting on the current loop when it is placed in magnetic field. You will be knowing about the torque. You must have read in your previous classes that how the door handle is made further away from the axis because we can apply less force to open the door easily. Similarly, the torque in rotational motion, you must have read the rotational tendency of force is called torque. Torque is used in electric motors. You must have seen the electric fans. Whenever you switch on, the fan begins to rotate. How? Because of electric motor. So the rotational tendency or what is the torque, today we will study about that, how the torque is produced, when it is maximum, when it is minimum, and what is its role in the galvanometer principle as well as in the electric motor. Before proceeding further, I would like to say please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you get further notifications. Let us start. I have shown here a rectangular loop. Its name I have written PQRS. Steady current I is flowing. Steady means constant current I is flowing in it. It is placed in a uniform magnetic field. These pole and N and S of the magnetic electromagnets are shown here. So in the strong magnetic field, its magnetic field is denoted by B from N to S. Rectangular current carrying loop is placed. It's these two sides, this P, Q and S are, they are the length, and these two are breadth. I have denoted with B. What happens when the current flows through these arms? Then if the arms which are in this position, the torque, the coil is placed in such a way that its plane is in the direction of magnetic field, parallel to magnetic field. So look that in this arm, those arms which are parallel to magnetic field are these two, P, S and Q R. So if the arm parallel to magnetic field, and you know when a current carrying conductor is placed in magnetic field, the force acts. And when is the force? Zero, when I and B are in the same direction. So for these arms QR and PS, what will happen? Magnetic field is this forefinger in the direction of B, and current is also in this direction, so no force acts on the arms QR and PS. So F on QR and PS is 0. No force. What about PQ and RS? This frame, this rotational axis is shown by the dotted line. Look, this PQ and RS, they are here having the current steady I, but in PS the current is upward and in this arm current is downward. Framing left hand rule. Look here, for the RS arm, look, the current is downward, middle finger, magnetic field. What is the force? This outward. So if at this arm the force is outward, what will be the force at this arm? You can imagine yourself that downward, because the current here it is downward and here it is current opposite, upward. So what we have seen that PQ arm, what is the force? Let us, force is F1 and its magnitude is I, L, B. L is the length, I is the current and B is the magnetic field. Similarly, same is, and its direction is cross, this one, perpendicular to the plane downward. And what about RS? So in the RS, what is the force? F2 I L B, but the direction is upward. I have shown here this direction upward, and here this will be opposite, so downward. You know, magnitude of the force is same, direction is equal and opposite, and you know what are the things when you learn the torque. Pair of equal and opposite forces constitute torque. Look the top view of this arm. This is the top view. Here this PS or QR arm, we can say that this is the point where the rotational axis passes. Then F2, this force on the RS arm, this is R and this is suppose Q. And from the Q, the arm passes QP. In the QP, force is F1 cross downward, so it is shown downward. Look the torque. How will you write the torque here? The torque will be written as force into perpendicular distance. So F1 into this magnitude of torque I am writing F1 into A by 2 plus F2, this is this force, into A by 2. So magnitude of torque is, you can write, since F1 and F2 both are same, so you can write I L B into A by 2 plus again I L B into A by 2. What will you get? Finally I L B A. You know length and breadth. So this A by, this is B, sorry, so this is B by 2. You have written this breadth B. So this is B by 2, and this B by 2, that is breadth. So length into breadth is area. So you can write here IAB. So the magnitude of torque is IAB. Look, net force is 0 because at these two arms there is no force. Here the current is in this direction, and these two arms force is equal and opposite. Net force is 0 and torque is this much. Now let us consider that we have placed the loop slightly at certain angle with the magnetic field. Look here at this figure. Look, in this figure it is shown, it is visible that in this figure the position of loop is making certain angle with the magnetic field. Again the same arms P, Q, R, S. What I am going to say here, that in this case the force will act on arms. How will you find? If this position is shown, suppose this is the current carrying loop, and in the first case it was placed like this and magnetic field was in this direction. Now what happens? It is placed like this. So it is 3D figure. So I have shown here now this loop is making certain angle with the magnetic field. Magnetic field is in this direction, then the torque, this loop is making certain angle. Now what will happen here, that at the arm QR and PS, yes, there will be a force. How? You know, force is always perpendicular to the magnetic field. Force is always perpendicular to the current. Current and magnetic field may have any angle. In the first case, this angle was 90, here certain angle. So what is there, that force will be perpendicular, and for QR arm, look here that magnetic field is this, and slightly at certain angle the force will act. QR arm, force will act in this direction vertically upward, and for PS arm force will act vertically downward. But since their line of action is same, they are said to be collinear, and equal and opposite forces, what will be result? 0. They will cancel out. So again the force in the second case, force will act on QR and PS, but equal and opposite also in the same line of action. Hence they will cancel. So net force, therefore net force will become 0 for these two arms. What about PQ and SR? Similar in the first case. At this RS magnetic field, this current downward, force upward. So the torque will be constituted only by, here at RS we have taken the force F2. So here F2, this will be upward and this will be downward, and it will constitute torque. Now what will be the torque? Look again at the top view. You concentrate yourself at this figure below. I have shown here again, this is the point here, this is suppose Q and this is R. Then for QR, in the top view of the loop, we have seen that this force F2 and F1, they constitute torque, and what is the value of total torque as compared to the first case? Slightly decreased. And why slightly decreased? Because the perpendicular distance is slightly decreased. How? Look here. Now the perpendicular distance, you will write for the magnitude of torque. I am writing again. So in this figure, for this figure, look, this is B by 2 perpendicular distance, B by 2 sine theta, and this is B by 2. So B by 2 sine theta is lesser than B by 2 in this triangle. You can see that B by 2 is greater than B by 2 sine theta, and perpendicular distance between the forces, so from the axis, this is B by 2 sine theta and the other one. So what will you write? This F1 into B by 2 sine theta and plus F2 into B by 2 sine theta. So what will you get? Again F1 and F2 are same, ILB. So what will you get? ILB into B sine theta, this B by 2, B by 2. What will you get here? L into B area. So you will write B sine theta. So we can compare this equation 1 with equation 2. We can see that now in the tilted position of the current loop in magnetic field, that is, it is making certain angle with the magnetic field, torque is less because perpendicular distance decreases. For theta equal to 0, the perpendicular distance approaches to 0, and in this position net force as well as net torque both will become 0. How will you show? Look that if theta is 0, that means how will you put the loop in the magnetic field? Suppose magnetic field is in this direction, then you will put the loop in this way. In this way you will find that the magnetic field at this, the current is flowing in this direction here. So what will you find here? That this is the position when there is no force and no torque. Why? Look, theta. What is theta? You can say this theta is the angle between this area vector loop from the axis, from the center of the loop, you draw a normal, and here it is another quantity. I am going to say that this IA, it is called magnetic moment. So for theta 0, torque is 0, and you can say this is the stable equilibrium. When stable equilibrium, that means no torque acts on the current carrying loop. Also for theta 180 degree, the equilibrium is said to be unstable equilibrium. What about IA? You compare, you have read in electrostatics that in the electric dipole, what is electric dipole? You have read the electric dipole, the torque is given by torque equal to Pe sin theta. What you have got here, this Ia is the quantity denoted by Ia in the bracket. It is said to be magnetic moment. Here it is dipole moment and electric field and sin theta. And what here you got, this is MB sin theta. This quantity Ia is called magnetic moment. So M equal to Ia magnetic moment. And how will you find the direction of this Ia? Its unit is ampere meter square as per the formula, you know, ampere meter square, and it has the same direction as the area vector. That's why I told here that sin theta, if theta 0, then torque will be 0, then torque 0 torque position is stable equilibrium, and this MB sin theta is the torque in magnetic field. If a current carrying loop is placed, then torque produced by that loop is torque equal to MB sin theta. What is the maximum value of torque? This torque will be written in the maximum value I, A, B, and if the loop has n number of turns, then you can write torque equal to NIAB. So this magnetic moment NIA or IA, this is a new quantity. How its direction is determined? Magnetic moment for the loop is same as the area vector. Also by the right hand thumb rule in the current carrying loop, look here, in the current carrying loop is this one, look, and curling of the finger of right hand, this is. So for the current carrying loop, if the current is in the curling of the finger is in the direction of current, then thumb gives the direction of magnetic moment. What was the thumb given earlier in the determining the magnetic field direction? So M area vector from right hand thumb rule, and its direction is given by the thumb from the right hand thumb rule. So in this way, what is torque? What is its role? To rotate the current loop in the magnetic field. So look that if the loop is this one, it is placed like this, then maximum torque, what happens? Torque decreases and becomes 0, then again increasing become maximum, then again 0. So in this way the rotation can be made, continuous rotation can be made from the current loop placed in magnetic field, and this is the role of torque, and this rotation is made, and this is the principle of electric motor, in which the current carrying loop is rotated continuously so that we can motor works on that principle. So in this way, I hope you must have understood the torque. Also the torque is important in the working of galvanometer. We will discuss further. Thank you.